And now.
What's up, household? How you doing? It's been 7 days, a whole week since you've seen us on this show. I mean, you've seen us other places, but here, 7 days, 1 week. Learn that today. Yeah, that's what adult education will get you. Yeah. All right, fans. So we're here. You can already see the shenanigans have already kicked off, and yes, I'm the guy to do that. But not only me. I have one dear friend of mine with me, co-hosting every week. You've seen his face. He is the Chaos Goblin. He is Kevin Kalloway. How goes it, my friend?
It goes well. Frantically just trying to destroy some student loan bullshit before this, but all that fun post-college experience.
Burning mail. I love that. Yeah. That's a fun time for me too.
Always great.
Because if you don't see it, does it exist?
You drove me to drink, so here we are.
Well, Kevin, hopefully this show will put some good spirits in you. Not only
the
spirits
right
you're sipping on. There we go. There we go. I love it, Kevin. You're already on deck. Speaking of on deck, we started a cruise last week. You guys have seen them in the chats. We have joined the Booze Cruise with Bruzy in the Bruzy Brews Cruise. So all you cruisers out there with the Brewster, we're happy that you've joined us. And he is our newest co-host here at IYH. He is the newest family member to join the flat of IYH, where we all get together and do silly goose games. We don't do Limp Bizkit. That is gross. Anyways, he is Bruzy. How are you doing, my friend?
Yeah, I'm doing good, man. Hope you are, and Kevin.
Yeah, we're doing great. Kevin is he's Kevin. He's always just
I'm already writing notes.
Yeah, he's already getting them out there. Kevin's in
That's
work
the teacher
mode.
in Kevin.
It really
is. That is. And he's always teaching. I mean, there's never a time where he's not educating one of us in the chat about the silliness that we're saying. But you know what? Let's bring it to a serious moment right now. We know Bruzy. Bruzy, you've been a loyal fan here at IYH in our chats for so long, always giving a lighthearted moments in the chat with your opinions. But you are a man of facts. You do state facts. Am I correct?
Yeah, some of my friends actually call me the fax machine.
Do they? I would put jalapeno. Yeah, put some jalapeno sauce in something of theirs. You know, who's calling you that? But we love you, Bruzy. Yeah, that's something you might want to start bringing up in your friend get-togethers. Start asking some questions. But Bruzy, you do know, you have a knowledge of wrestling.
I do.
Monday Night Raw. So fans, we're going to go into a segment here that we're kicking off. This is going to be our very first one with Bruzy, and Bruzy brought this to us. So this is his first, I guess, contribution to the content creation of IYH, besides just sitting there looking beautiful on a microphone. Being all Bruzy. Yeah, it gets a little Bill Cosby in here sometimes, Bruzy, so don't worry about it. Just don't drink the drinks. You'll be fine. Have all the pudding pops you want, though, man. I don't put anything in those. Anyway, so Bruzy, we're gonna get into it. Bruzy, why don't you do your introduction of this segment?
Thank you, Mr. Voice. This is basically raw, obscure facts. And this is actually in a question format this week, well, the first week. Which former WCW legend's only victory on Monday Night Raw came in 2002 when he teamed up with the Godfather to defeat Lance Storm and Christian? Either one of you or anybody in the chat.
WCW.
Hold on. WCW legend or just WCW wrestler?
Legend. I would, and also WWE Hall of Famer.
Okay, he's
Sting.
a Hall of Famer too.
Good guess. Sting didn't wrestle
He
there
wouldn't
till
have been
like
there in
2014
2002. He
or
didn't come in
2015.
until 2015 or 16. Oh
And
shit.
then Seth hurt him, unfortunately.
You know, my dumbass thought 2022.
He's in the Hall of Fame. Son of a bitch. Stevie Ray?
No, Stevie Ray was never in WWE.
Damn it. Yeah, I didn't think so either.
I'll give you some choices here. We got Scott Steiner, Buff Bagwell, Booker T, or DDP.
DDP.
DDP. Self high five.
Buff Bagwell was gone by the time 2001 came along because they fired his ass very quickly.
That, one match and they were done.
Booker had way too many victories on Raw to not be one.
And Scott didn't show up till 2003.
And Scott wasn't there until 2003.
Yep. Yep. There you go.
Damn, only one. Yeah, DDP didn't last very long until he got injured and had to retire.
Yeah, it was the stalk. All I remember is the stalker gimmick, and then
they made him the self-help teacher too.
He did.
I actually think he killed that.
He did the stupid smile.
And I think that was going in a good direction until he got hurt. And I think that if they'd have just brought him in as DDP, it would have been better instead of some weird stalker gimmick. Yeah. And I think we kind of vinced that one up when we didn't need to.
It's so weird that DDP and both Chronic got buried working with the Undertaker when they came in.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially Chronic to me, because at least DDP recovered because he was too good of a talent not to.
And I think Bryan Adams was friends with Taker, and it's like, what? How did that happen?
Well, my assumption, this is wild speculation, I haven't seen any interviews or anything, but my assumption is Vince did this with a lot of WCW guys, is he put them under very quickly, almost to test their allegiance to the WWE when they came over, and it just wasn't the call for so many of them.
Booker's about the best one out of that
Booker was
original
the biggest
crew.
one. And they put Booker under quite a bit. They made Booker look like a fucking fool against Stone Cold at the beginning.
Who in the blue hell are you?
And Rock. It just... They brought him over as a force during the invasion, but once the invasion ended, they beat the holy teetotaling shit out of him.
Yeah, and that quote alone from The Rock to Booker T is what kept Sting from coming to there. He said that in one of the early TNA documentaries he did. He said they just made Booker T look small, and he said, I don't want to... I've worked too hard to come over there.
Yeah. I don't think that they fucked up Goldberg in that sense, though.
Nah.
They gave him enough of a win streak before they beat him, and they gave him a big out. I know that was a contentious thing for a lot of people for Goldberg, but I don't think they did him too dirty.
I wish they would have done him dirtier.
Yeah, quite frankly. Hindsight's 20/20 on that, though.
Like Dom? Dirty Dom?
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
there's your Raw trivia.
Yeah, I like that, Bruzy.
I like that.
Yeah, that'll be a fun little segment. And fans, you know us. We'll get an intro for it. We'll get it all ship-shaped and ready for your viewing pleasure.
Spiced up for your consumption.
Yes, exactly. You got to do that. We got Ribshot jumping in here. Yo, where's House? Still off film. Well, yeah, so fans, if you check that out, it's on the website right now up there, but it's also all over our social medias. House giving his shirtless takes on some things, and you just gotta love House because he was in Beach Vibe House, and you gotta love that. And Ribshot, you as the cartoonist you are, my friend, you know this motherfucker. He did a DDP one where DDP was doing yoga through the entire fucking cartoon. The entire cartoon.
I forgot about that one.
Yeah.
Damn.
I was like, it was my favorite part of the whole cartoon.
It was really
But
good.
go check out Ribshot. He's out on our website too, inyourhouse.com. Go check us out. We're doing some fantastic things like that. You'll be able to get the newest episodes of everything we do on the homepage and visit our friends on the friends page. And there's so much more you can go over there and explore. But we're here to talk Monday Night Raw, and fans, like we talked about last week, we are going back to the original format where all three of us pick one topic to talk about, and if the conversation goes in other topics, that's what we'll do. But fans, you ready for this? Because I know my team is, and who wants to take the first chair on this one?
I want Brucey to take first chair.
You want me to take it?
Look at that. Brucey's getting pushed out to the wolves. All right, Brucey, let's hear what you got, my friend.
Trial by fire.
So the segment I want to talk about. Well, let me find my notes for this because it really pissed me off. Sorry. It was the Seth Rollins. Oh, I know where it is right here. It was the Seth Rollins and Solo Sikoa out in the ring, and all of a sudden, the Weekend, aka Solo, shows up, and it made absolutely no sense what they were talking about. Oh, here we go. Yeah, so I've got the Weekend shows up, aka Solo Sikoa, calls out Seth Rollins for a proposition. Now, if you're going to talk to someone about a proposition, why the hell are you going to do it in the middle of the ring for everybody to hear what you're saying? So Seth's music hits quick. So it's like he was waiting for it. I know it's wrestling. I know what it is, but could you give me like a few seconds, 20, 30 seconds, instead of me thinking he's waiting right there at the edge of the curtain to come out? And it just takes me out of it. And I said, I don't like that they have this conversation openly on the mic, just giving away plans to the enemy. This should have been a backstage segment where a camera sees them but doesn't know what they're saying. This is just setting up for Solo to do something dastardly, I think. Those are my thoughts.
I mean, it does play into that idea.
But
I think also there's an epidemic when it comes on one of the points that actually isn't Solo or Seth related. It is a goddamn epidemic that entrance music is played too quickly when people's names.
yeah, I would have liked it if no
Goddamn
entrance music was
epidemic.
played and it just came out.
Like, I want to see, because we don't get any of the reactions from the people in the ring if we just, like, we say a name and they appear like they're goddamn Joe Henry. Or as Michael Cole
Emphasize
calls
the
him
D.
over and
Did.
over again, Joe Henry. Because he can't
noticed
pronounce
that
a D
this
for
week.
some reason.
He called him John this week.
He did. He called him John Henry.
Yeah.
We're 3 weeks
American
away
Fiddler.
from John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt.
No,
And
no, no,
that's
no,
the
that
thing
would
that's
be
going to come out of his
impressive.
fucking mouth. That's a nitpick that I just hate when he says it every time. It's just like there's a D in the name, God damn it. But there is an epidemic when it comes to entrance music, and we used to get more of like when segments weren't planned, like someone stormed a ring, like Solo did here, where he just got in the ring
Yep.
and he's like, "Hey, come on out here! I'm talking to you. You come on out here." They'd get like 2 minutes before they'd fucking play the music. And you'd see the guy in the ring saying more things. You'd see the guy in the ring reacting, like, "Get out here! Come on! I know you're back there!" Like shit like that.
Yep.
That
I'm going to sit in the ring until you come out here.
That feels so much more fucking genuine because
Yes.
of course they're not at the entranceway,
Right. Right.
or they shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Like, give me a 30 Mississippi at least.
Yes.
God damn.
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember WCW back, like, I think Macho Man sat in the ring for like 1 or 2 matches. And it's like, that's a bit overkill, but still, like you said, 30 seconds.
30 Mississippi, man. Give me that. And
Yeah.
I think they are, this is my prediction. I think they are sloppily setting up war games with this.
I
And
didn't think of that, yeah.
I think, and by sloppily, I mean like they're trying to put a coalition together against Bloodline for the upteenth fucking Survivor Series War Games. And I'm sick of it. I've already shared my thoughts on War Games and how they should retire, or put it on hiatus. Not retire it, but put it on hiatus for a few years and go back to traditional Survivor Series matches. Because at least that'd be different.
I think they like it because it's just such a better concept than Survivor Series.
It isn't. It isn't though, because when it comes to war games, if you're overplaying it and it's a yearly thing that you know you have to plan for every single time, it becomes less meaningful.
Yeah.
Kind of like how they did to Hell in a Cell, where Hell in a Cell had its own pay-per-view, and they're like, "All right, guys, we booked the match. We just need a feud that matters."
Right.
And like, not every feud matters for a Hell in a Cell. That's why Oba and Brock feels so much more meaningful going into this Hell in a Cell, and why like Hell in a Cells that we've seen, like Punk and Drew, for example, wasn't at a Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. I don't believe it was at a Bad Blood, and
I think so.
and like it came out of nowhere. Oh my God, we're getting a Hell in a Cell. That's so exciting. Yeah, that makes sense. They want to beat the holy teetotaling shit out of each other. Like it was made for it. It was made for it. Instead of just saying, we got Hell in a Cell coming up in October. What about me and you? Hell in a Cell. And it's like, brother, you just started talking.
Yeah. Maybe their first match. It's like, what the hell?
That's what I hate about war games. And that's why I think if you have a feud that needs war games, you should bring back war games. Abso-fucking-lutely. I'm not saying you shouldn't have war games.
Yeah.
You should.
Yeah.
But if every year you have Survivor Series #War Games and you need 10 people to fill it out, now you're booking a match without people. And you need a feud that matters for a War Games to me. Otherwise, it's just crash test dummies. And if you're just doing crash test dummies, like, I'm not saying it won't be exciting, but every year you're taking a little bit more from War Games as a concept. If you do a traditional Survivor Series match, yes, I agree War Games is a stronger concept. I agree with that point, but how long until that concept is meaningless if you keep doing it over and over and over again is my issue.
Well, and I see that point, and I see what Bruzy's saying. But I
also
my
didn't like
thing-
this segment, the record.
yeah, the segment was a little sloppy. I mean,
sloppy.
to me, this one kind of felt. Maybe it's what you're saying, Kevin. Maybe it's like the idea that they're trying to form the idea of war games coming up, and we're getting, like Hal said here. I'm so over war games because it's insert names versus.
Because that's my
bloodline.
issue with it too.
Yeah, and I hear you guys on that, and I agree, Kevin. It's not anything special, but then I go back and I think about the WCW who created it and who had a War Games pay-per-view. I mean, and they did vignettes, they did packages, like getting guys like I just watched Hogan take Vader, Sting, and I forget who Macho, and went through a Marine training course in which Vader's doing moonsaults off the top of the plank onto a thing. And I think Sting did a Macho Man elbow drop from the top of there. And then Macho Man is just standing up there staring at the wall they're going to climb. They made it meaningful. They gave it something. They gave it extra. And I think if you do those extra things, you can get away with it longer, if that makes sense. You know, because I looked forward to War Games with WCW.
Did they
for
have
that
it?
pay-per-view?
I just because I don't know WCW's schedule off the top of my head. Did they have it every year on the same month?
It was Fall Brawl, the War Games, yeah.
Fall
Brawl War Games.
Okay.
And back in the 80s in the NWA, you talk about the Bloodlines, what House said earlier, every year it's so-and-so versus the Bloodlines. That's basically the concept of it in the 80s. It was so-and-so against the Horsemen.
It was the Horsemen, yeah. And so here's the difference between it for me in looking at those. I'm not saying that the back then was perfect either, but my issue with it here is more so that they're replicating history, which I don't think is a bad thing, but they're replicating it in a way that's not well put together.
Well, yeah, it has the Usos in it, so who cares?
Not what I was getting at.
Yeah.
What I'm saying more is that, like, they're trying to build it up like they did back in the 80s, but they're not doing it in a way that makes us care because, and this is just unfortunate for them in timing, I guess. it's a different era than the 80s. So in the 80s, when they ran attacks, or they ran these like coalition alliances, and they ran these things against the Four Horsemen, they ran these things against whoever it might be in WCW. I assume NWO at one point or something. Yeah. You try and take down these big factions, and War Games is really good for that. Problem being now is that we know what's behind the curtain. That's the issue.
Thank you, Internet.
It's not so much that the concept of what they're doing is bad. It's that we're so inundated with wrestling content between AEW and between everything else. I just want it to go on hiatus for a year.
It's overload.
Just give me a year. Because there's so much other content you're giving me that it ends up just being repeat to try and put people together. And because you have so much weekly TV that you're putting together these people, that is a difference between the WCW and here, is the weekly TV amount is also wonky. And if you're putting it over every show, every show, but you're not giving me something that's going all the way through a show, this is formatting. What we used to do in like the Attitude Era was more, we would start the night off with a main event star, and there would be an overarching story throughout the night, right? Oh, we gotta wait for Austin to beat the shit out of McMahon because who knows? Because something happened at the last show.
Yeah, Austin's
What's he
in
gonna
jail.
do? What's he gonna do? He's looking for McMahon. He's looking for McMahon. The main event segment, guess fucking what? Is Austin coming out to try and fuck up McMahon. We are kept there. Right now, we aren't doing that week to week.
Yeah.
And,
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Oh, I know they're having a discussion over there too.
Yeah.
But man, I just want War Games gone for a year. Just give me a fucking year, a calendar year.
Oh, you mean War Games gone for? I thought you meant wrestling for a year. I was like, oh, that's a
No,
long.
give me War Games gone for a year.
No, Kevin's not jumping off that.
No,
that
God,
deep of the edge.
We do need less. We need less wrestling.
That's why I'm glad I'm just watching Monday Night Raw so we can review it, because everything else I'm not focusing on.
And that's
because it's
perfect.
too
Keep
much.
doing that. Don't watch the other ones.
Dude, I was laughing, Kevin, when you were explaining it, because what popped in my head was the South Park episode of the wrestling,
Yeah.
the WTF Wrestling Federation, and El Polo Loco, and Vince McMahon just sitting in that fucking thing looking and being like, yes. Just, it was very good. And yes, they went from a complimenting sexy images to house to now they're arguing over Saturday night's main event.
Yeah.
Fighting's one is the only one really focusing on what we're saying.
Actually, this ties in a little bit though. And I won't go through the whole discussion because it's lengthy and it's opinion based stuff, and I really love that chat popping off. But the biggest thing for me that this goes into, they're talking about the main event segment from Saturday Night Main Event. Mm-hmm. Seth looked like a full-blown fucking heel in that. A whole full-blown heel. When this whole time, he hasn't been the one being an asshole. But they chose that night, and it is now canon within the story of Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins, that Seth used a distraction with Tyrese Halliburton, who is not a Knicks player, mind you.
It's the arch rival.
Arch rival. And he aligned with an arch rival to attack Roman Reigns. So now who's the fucking babyface? What the fuck are we doing here?
Yeah.
What are we doing here? Because now you expect him to come out on Raw and be the unequivocal babyface that he was simply because he has star power. And what did he get? He got chance for his song, because he always gets chance for his song. But then what happened? Nothing happened. And then what did he do after that? He kicked the guy that was doing the fucking exciting thing. Which was Jacob Fatu trying to attack somebody.
Yeah. I mean, we're getting some weird place segments. Only thing I can say with the Seth and Halliburton moment is it kind of plays into Seth's overall character. And I mean, you have to peel back so many layers. You have to go into the fact Seth's a true Chicago fan.
Yeah.
Knicks are notoriously fucking not fans of Chicago fans and vice versa. You know what I mean? Like, it,
There's too many onion layers.
It's too
many
complicated.
layers.
Yes, and it wouldn't be that bad if you actually ran production that way to kind of elevate those things and keep those fresh in our minds, going throughout the story you're trying to tell. But when you're just popping up because we're in New York Knicks won the title, they're the champs. Roman's gonna celebrate with a lifelong fan of wrestling. It just happens he's one of the best players on the Knicks.
You don't have to have Rollins come out.
Yeah, you just let them have that moment.
I would also argue this should have led the show, not closed it. And the reason I say that is because I would have changed it. That's why I would have led it. Because I'd have just had Roman come out. I'd had him come out with Jalen Brunson. I'd had them do the whole thing where they verbally filleted each other for a goddamn 15-minute period. Do all of that. Have them hold up each other's championships. Fireworks. And now the crowd's going into the show happy, cheering.
Mm-hmm.
Now whatever comes out next, who gives a shit?
Right. And plus
instead, you are sacrificing at the altar of the gods Seth Rollins as a babyface, who you're trying to keep as a babyface. And you're just making him a heel for a night because you needed a dark fucking main event. That was a dark segment. That shouldn't have been aired live.
That was and it's a Saturday night main event. What are we doing? Why are we trying to progress stories like that?
We should have ended with the tag match. We should have ended with action.
I'm with you, Kevin, on that one. Well, you know what, Kevin? You're on a roll right now. So why don't we just jump into what you want to talk about, my friend?
So I wanted to talk about the Vision. Mainly the Vision, but also by proxy Alpha Academy. And fair enough, I just know WWE can start with these promo segments and bring it back. I'd prefer it be at the top of the show than the fucking end.
Ripshot's over in the UK, so he hates everything.
He hates basketball.
He just wakes up angry.
I don't need basketball players outdo it unless you're a goddamn Shaquille O'Neal center level of height, like Karl Anthony Towns in the Danhausen match, which was a much better use of a Nick, by the way, than Jalen Brunson stepping up to Seth Rollins, who had goddamn 3 inches on it. Anyway,
sometimes
I'm off that.
Sometimes they fumble.
I'm on the Vision. Vision and Alpha Academy. I have really enjoyed Maxine in this. And I think my big thing here, and I'll get to Otis in a second because I've noticed something with him too, but I'll open this up to the class first. We have seen a new evolution of the Vision, sans Paul Heyman. He's gone. Which I think is for the best for them now.
Yes.
And in return, we have traded him for Maxine. Do we think now, after 2 weeks, I'm not saying that this isn't some kind of recency bias. I'm not saying that this couldn't change. I'm not saying they couldn't fucking fumble it. Do we think Maxine now is making the Vision rather than anyone else in it?
I say no. She's a great addition.
Show your work.
No. Show my work. I don't know. It's just you've got too many other guys. Like look at Logan Paul. He doesn't even have to do anything, and you got the fans completely hating him. It's great. Braun Breaker. I mean, she's great. I
think Breaker's neutered right now in the faction is the problem.
You think so?
Which is why I wouldn't call him the MVP of it. Now, Logan, I could see an argument for.
Yeah.
Now, Fighting's one's agreeing with you guys. He's saying Braun's got to run from the Vision.
I think they need to do something with Braun. He doesn't have to run from the Vision. I think they're in a holding pattern for somebody to come back. Whether that person be Logan Paul or potentially, and I would keep him away from it at this point because he's been gone so long. I think you just kind of move it aside. Bronson Reed.
God, yeah, I like
They
him
mentioned on commentary, because I heard it during the match, they mentioned on commentary that he's ahead of schedule.
I saw he was in a commercial for one of their advertisements.
So he's ahead of schedule and he should be back soon. I don't know what that means for him in the Vision. But if it does mean something, it means that Bronson Reed freebird that title away from Braun. And then Braun can do other things.
True.
Because Braun needs to be the figurehead.
Yeah.
But I do agree Logan Paul would see an argument in this simply because of how good of a heel he is. Voice,
Yeah.
thoughts, Maxine?
Maxine, well, in my notes, I specifically wrote Maxine proving her worth in this faction. And I want to go to where she distracted in the match to set up what looked like an actual tag team doing tag team shit with a manager outside. Logan Paul's up there jumping around with his bionic arm and causing a ruckus, and she just simply does what a manager's supposed to do. And I like that because visually you're connecting the dots and making the puzzle look like the puzzle. So I like that with her. I think she over time is going to show, they're going to place her in a Heyman type situation inside the group because, and this is just what I'm seeing with her, because we've seen what she can do in the ring. She can hold her own. She can put on an entertaining match. Are we asking for 5-star matches from her? Absolutely not. Kevin, we've talked about this ad nauseum. We're not expecting that from her. But when she's out there, when she was sitting on top of the turnbuckle as they were destroying everybody, that's gold right there. That's taking me back to Francine days. Now you're directing a group. You're being the focal point. You're being the gemstone in the destruction that's happening around you. And that visually for a team is fantastic. I think they need to give her more speaking roles and things like that. And plus, when one of these guys get injured going forward, you're going to be able to play in the sympathy between her and Theory and being worried about the group as a whole. So I think this is fantastic. I think Maxine is in the perfect spot for me, for her character work.
Yeah, I agree too. I don't disagree with Ribshot, who's saying Logan Paul and Braun essentially were way better prior to the Vision. Man, we've talked so many times about that, and Voice and I both have agreed throughout the years. I'm sure Bruzy agrees with it as well, in the sense that Braun and Logan both felt like singles cusp of main event players, and then just, man, the Vision was so snake bit, it just made it so much worse.
Oh yeah.
And it really de-elevated a lot of them, especially with the new. I saw news. I don't know if this is accurate or if it's just for the Unreal cameras, because I can never tell if those are works or not.
Yeah.
That Braun was supposed to win the Rumble, but they were afraid to pull the trigger, so they went with Roman instead. I think that we might be looking back on that moment as a time that we fucked up Braun Breaker for a clean calendar year. And that might be hindsight. I think he will end up in the main event, but it's going to take him 2 years longer than it probably fucking needed to. It's probably where my head's at with Braun. With Logan, I think they were always going to use Logan, not in a Mania main event, though. I think they were going to use Logan where he is, scratching the main event, maybe holding a title, but not really in a WrestleMania main event. Still, he would be higher than he would be in the Vision. Currently, yes, Theory is the one benefiting the most from this, and Maxine. I would say those two are the ones benefiting the most.
They need it the most.
They need it the most, too. But unfortunately, it's not one of these things where the rising tide is lifting all boats. Right now, it's evening two people out with, like, it's,
exactly.
we're
Braun and Logan up here
and elevating two at a time. And it's not working as well. I'm hopeful that this new iteration will do better with it. But
I'm liking it.
The track record has not shown me good faith.
Yeah, and I think that's where we're gonna be with that, until it's proven otherwise because of what we've seen. But there's something about the way that WWE is sticking to, no matter what has been thrown, like the Vision has been thrown the worst cards in WWE, and every time they gain momentum, something happens. But where we are now, I think, yes, Austin does benefit the most, but since joining, when has he been off camera? When has he
Yeah.
missed? When is he not?
He's
There's
been the
always
guy
been
keeping the goddamn Vision afloat at times.
exactly. And Fightins, I agree with you. Right now, Maxine isn't that believable as a heel. Give it time to cook. Give her time to be in this group because
Yeah.
we seen her grow with Alpha Academy. Am I wrong? Like we seen her grow. She became like something that the fans wanted to see, and just her being with Otis and Tozawa. Uh, you know, I have faith in what they're doing because it seems like they're pivoting. And with this Bronson Reed card thrown out there, what are we going to see from this? Where is he going to go? What's going to happen? Because if
Realistically, there's two options for Bronson. It's either join the Vision again, or be Braun Breaker's next big feud.
in either one of those options, I'm willing to ride. I want to see where it goes. I think it'll be fun. Kevin, you had a second portion to
I did.
your topic.
I did. I don't want to spend too much time because I want to give Voice his time as well. But Otis, I noticed this when he came out. Last week, Otis barely touched a microphone and he was getting cheered out of the building. This week, Detroit told a different story. Otis came out, started cleaning house, to no reactions. And that concerns me in the sense that I think we talked about this last week a little bit, where Otis was very, very over. I also agree Braun and Bronson would be a win-win.
Yeah, that would be a fun.
I think that's the
Fun.
best way. I actually think it's the best way to go forward, too.
Yeah.
Otis came out and did not get the reaction that he did last week. So to me, that tells me Otis isn't not over. Detroit was a pretty goddamn fickle crowd last night. Detroit's always a fickle crowd.
Yeah.
Actually, the Midwest is always a fickle crowd. I'm gonna go further. You go anywhere in the Midwest, they're fickle as fuck. Do we actually see Alpha Academy winning a tag title at any point in the near future? At this point,
I do. Bruzy, shake your head all you want, but I do. I think they get it. I think that they're going to tell a story with it. Look how they're hyping them up. Look, you just took Maxine out of their group. Is there any point, even when Maxine was in the group, was anybody really sitting around going, "Hey guys, I can't wait to see the Alpha Academy segment this week"?
no.
They've given it life. They've given these two guys life. They did the WWE trope that they always do. They put real life feelings into it. Cute girl left the group of the odd misfit guys who are just there to have a good time and put on a good show. Oh, we feel so sympathy. Whoa, whoa. So they get that. They're going to give them the title to take it. Now, are they going to hold it for fucking months? Absolutely
They
not.
probably lose it back to the Vision in a week.
I think if they do a tag match between the Vision and Otis and Tozawa anytime soon at a pay-per-view, they're going to get that title and then lose it Monday night.
Yeah, that's fair.
Is the Vision defending those belts on SummerSlam?
Not as of now.
I got a feeling
See-
it will be Otis and
I'm pretty sure they will have a defense at SummerSlam
Yeah.
because they still need to fill out this. So based on quick mean metal Mike things,
We have no clue.
they're not pushing Liv Morgan right now as champ in stuff because I think she's still semi-hurt. They're protecting her for SummerSlam. When will Judgment Day break up? Never. Fucking
They're
never.
never.
Metal Mike. Fucking never.
always morph into something else.
They always just amalgamate into different Judgment Day.
But I always like what they do.
Yeah, it still works.
So,
Man,
it's like,
man, they're a very long lasting faction.
Yeah.
But as far as things go with this, I think based on the SummerSlam card, and I don't want to misquote here, how many matches do we have currently? We have 9 matches currently.
Oh, it is 2
9
nights. That's
matches
right,
currently. It's 2 nights.
Biden's
When
one
hell
saying,
freezes over is
when
the correct
hell
answer.
freezes over.
So I would say, based on ESPN's report of asking for more matches at PLEs, we could get 5 each night. We could get 6 each night. I think 6 is probably more likely. If it is 6, Vision will be defending those tag titles on pay-per-view. If it is 10 and 5 each night, I don't know. I don't know what makes the cut because I don't know what else they would put. I don't know what else they would think of. I don't see anything else on the horizon, like super feud-wise, that would make the card over them. But that doesn't mean that they won't.
Yeah. I mean, if we're going to go on what feud is cooking even a little bit right now, you kind of have to go.
I think this one is a good
match.
call.
Yeah.
And this one doesn't need... This Vision one doesn't need a whole lot of goddamn explanation either. Cute girl, fucked over, misfit. Misfit wants revenge. Okay, cool.
Yeah. It writes
Easy.
itself.
It writes itself. We don't need 20 weeks of exposition.
Yes.
Does Orton return at SummerSlam? Quick answer, no. I think no. I think he comes back right afterwards, personally.
I'll say yes, just because I like to go against the grain and say, and plus, if I'm right, we get Randy Orton. If I'm wrong, we'll get Randy Orton soon. So, either way we win.
I think no. But anyway, Voice, you have a topic now, my boy.
I do, guys. Look, I think where we're going right now with this guy who I've really just been talking so much shit about for the past year. And Kevin, you can back me up on that because I really have. I'm going to talk about this LA Knight evolution.
Yeah.
You can all you want for this one because I'm liking where he's. I know that we just talked shit about war games and things like that. So it's kind of like, hey, Voice, what the fuck are you doing? What? But when I talk so much shit about the wrestlers and they prove me wrong and I become a fan of them, then I start fucking saying, like, I admit I was wrong. I like where they're at. I will say that maybe some of my criticism for LA Knight at the time was highly valid for what they were putting in. I'm very big on your 5 minutes and always taking that 5 minutes. So I really like where we went with this. We have so many mixtures of so many guys. Royce Keys is in it now.
Yeah, I like the use of Royce Keys here.
Yes. Like you're telling me that Royce Keys is in the middle of a bloodline feud and there's a possibility that he's going to be in War Games? Please don't take it away this year. I want to see that because I like what he does. I think he's moving at the proper levels for him, and they're seeing what he's done in the past through his catalog of matches and what he can bring to a promotion. I think they see that, and they're putting him in this position, which is fantastic for us as fans. LA Knight. The way he shot through those ropes and fucking hit Jay,
dude.
Yeah.
that was the most believable I've seen him. Like
That was so cool.
That was
and the
really
way
good.
he did that, he just pointed at him and just started talking shit. Like when you move like that, dude, I'm hooked. I want to see more. I want to see this level. I want LA Knight to stay at this level where he's at. The fact that he's still relevant when we have spent hours saying, what the fuck is LA Knight doing here?
Just lambasting him.
Yes. And, I would say, I think it was the WrestleMania matches that were going on. Remember when, who was it? Paul Was it Paul that got thrown in the ambulance? Who got thrown in the ambulance and he took off?
Paul. I think it was Paul.
When he did that, there was a moment in which I was like, okay, let me see what LA Knight can do, because he made it very believable for me. Like Bruzy was saying, he wants that extra beats for putting on that entrance music to give him that realism that Seth's not just standing back there playing grab ass with Trips in Gorilla, waiting for him to be told to go out. Get on out there, kid. Come on. Grab ass is over.
You got
Go
this,
work.
kid.
Yeah. There you go. I get it, Bruzy. I get it. And LA Knight, forgive me for not seeing it in the past, but he's made me see it. He's giving me believable moments. Super kicks. Let's put like a minimum per show. Like, I don't need to see everybody. And
Yeah, but at least people need to start selling them.
dude, Royce Keys sold it when
Wow,
he
Royce
fucking
Keys sold it like a motherfucker.
Dude,
You
yeah,
know who
because
shouldn't be selling it like a motherfucker because no one else
Jacob
is doing it?
Fatu.
Royce Keys.
yeah, dude.
And Jacob Fatu.
He ate that boot though. Like that last super kick he took, it looked like that boot went into the side of his jaw completely. I liked it though. I liked the use of the announcer's table. Not breaking it, but just
Yeah.
chucking motherfuckers on
That
it.
was
It
cool.
happened twice in this Raw. Royce Keys getting thrown out by Jay into the timekeeper's area. Holy shit, man. I thought he almost broke his neck the way his body folded over. But the reason I made LA Knight my subject was because he was a centerpiece around a lot of that chaos. And when you're able to make your character that believable and that fun in a main event of just pure chaos, I enjoyed it. I thought it was great. I don't know if you guys have any thoughts on that segment. I know I switched from the Danhausen and all that. I had to talk about it. It was buried in my fucking brain about LA Knight.
I really enjoy how LA Knight has been getting more and more and more time out of the time that he has, if that makes sense. I know that's paradoxical to say, but it's like in the 5 minutes that he's gotten, he's fucking eating that fucking scenery. And he's chewing it all up and making a goddamn meal of that 5 minutes. And that's perfect. That's what we want out of him.
That's exactly what
And
we
he's
want.
always been good at that. But the problem is, in the past, and Voice, you might agree, Bruce, you might agree, maybe you'll disagree. I think a lot of the time, perfect. A lot of the time when LA Knight was out there, he was busy getting interrupted or not interrupted at wrong time. It's like people were waiting for their in for a script, or that the script specifically told them to make LA Knight out to be a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And there was no in between.
No, there
But
wasn't.
now, because even, I'll take you back to LA Knight and Seth. Was this last week or 2 weeks ago? I don't remember. Either way.
I don't remember last week.
Either way. Seth and LA Knight were out there. And Seth was cutting a 15-minute goddamn soliloquy about being the kid in the front row.
Yeah.
And it was tanking in Chicago. It was in Chicago, so it was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
It was 2 weeks ago.
I
It was
didn't see that one.
tanking in Chicago. LA Knight came out and the place blew the fuck up. And then LA Knight cuts a promo about he's being a piece of shit and why is that and why is this and why is this. And Rollins at the end of it, first of all, he didn't react to anything. He just sat there and took it. And then he just looked at LA Knight and basically said, "Are you done?" And LA Knight's like, "No, I'm not fucking done." And that was the difference.
Yeah.
LA Knight didn't just sit there and take it on the chin of being talked down to. He's like, "No."
Yeah. You know what, Kevin? What you're saying is really making a lot of sense now. And the more I'm thinking about like a lot of some of the shit I was saying about past shit with LA Knight, he was getting interrupted. Or they wrote
Or they were
it
letting
to where,
him meander too long.
yeah.
Because they just wouldn't say shit.
Yeah. And that would be the time when you need to interrupt him. Yeah, no, you're hitting it.
When he was
Bruzy.
working with people, I remember specifically a time he was working with Punk, just at least in promos. I don't think he ever wrestled him. But when he was working in promos with Punk, that was good promo work. Why? Because Punk doesn't give a fuck about a script.
Yeah.
You give that man bullet points,
He's
fine.
good off the cuff with stuff.
But that's what LA Knight's good at too.
Yeah.
Because even when LA Knight is getting so emotional and so like all over the place that he like flubs a line here or there, it just feels genuine because he
Natural,
just
yes.
keeps going.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's
all
like
human.
The Rock when The Rock fucks up. And I'm not saying that he's on the same level of promo work as like peak Rock.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm getting
right.
at. But it's the same level of, it's the same basic skill in a promo where he's just like, well, that was weird. Let's keep going.
Yeah.
Not, I said something weird. Uh-oh.
Nothing
Which
else you can
so
do but
many
keep going.
fucking
Yeah.
other people do because they're too used to scripts. But
Right.
LA Knight comes from the indie scene. He comes from TNA.
Gosh,
He
he's
comes
got
from
years of
places.
experience.
Years of experience of working off cuff, working bullet points. Give that man bullet points. Don't give him a script because he is not going to listen to it anyway, and it's going to be better if you don't.
Yeah.
That's what we're seeing. And the people who work off scripts too much now, which would be your Rollins, which would be your Reigns, which would be the other people who don't work as much off the cuff, you see shittier LA Knight treatment. But when he works with people like Cody, when he works with people like Punk, when he works with people like Gunther, those are the people who are, they're quick. They're quick on the reactions. They'll interrupt. They can tell when shit's going south. And they will do it. And they'll bring it back so that you can get back again. Man, I love the freedom that LA Knight's getting right now on the mic. Because I think this is going to lead... God, oof, I've said this a couple times, but I hope this leads to something meaningful for LA Knight.
I have a feeling it will this time. Bruzy, thoughts on LA Knight, and then we have 10 minutes, so I think we can hit the Danhausen segment if we do it real quick.
Oh, I've always been a LA Knight fan before he even came to WWE. I first saw him in NWA when they were doing the NWA Power Hour. That's probably like 2019, 2020, I think.
Something.
And yeah, he's great. I really like this match too. I think him and Fatu worked great together. It's weird seeing the subdued Fatu this week because he can't touch Seth for whatever reason, but that was interesting. But
Some
yeah, LA
complicated
Knight,
reasons.
he's great. And one thing about him, like when he first came over from NXT to the main roster, I thought he was on the up and up, and I'm sure a lot of people did. But I feel like once Cody Rhodes came in, it kind of, Cody went to a whole nother level, and Cody's been on that level since he showed up here. But it kind of dampened LA Knight, in my opinion. And he's been trying to get back to that point, and I feel like people say that someone took their spot. No one takes people's spots. People earn their spot. But I feel like LA is working to get back there, and where he is right now is doing really good, in my opinion.
I like it, Bruzy. Yeah, I can agree with you on all those points with LA Knight. And next week I'll sit back and I'll watch and see if he delivers again. And as he's moving right now, I only have high hopes for the dude, so I'm looking forward to that. Real quick, we got to hit Danhausen and all the shenanigans happening with the Judgment Day and him and the Brucey's there loving this Danhausen.
This is my work shirt for Monday
He loves
night.
that Danhausen.
Dude, I had someone ask me the other day. I was wearing my white Danhausen one that says "Very Nice, Very Evil" in the back. They were like, "Is that Barack Obama in a white face?" And I was like, "What are you smoking?" He was like, he had to get real close to it, and I was like, "No,
Lord.
that is Danhausen." And I was like, well. But Danhausen, he's doing some fantastic work. And honestly, JD, Dom, and Liv
They're all
are
working
also
so well together, yes.
Yeah, they
doing
are.
fantastic work with each other. I want to hear your guys' thoughts on what's going on.
Go ahead, Bruzy. You start this.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what. the the whole backstage segment where JD takes the briefcase of cash and throws it. And he's going on and on and on in Danhausen's face and Dirty Dom, and then we're like, "Hey, JD!" Turns around, there's Oba.
Yeah.
I thought the briefcase got stuck to him at first. I'm like, "What is it? Like tape or something on there?" But no, he like caught it. Just like that was great. And
Dude.
side note, JD's T-shirt was amazing. It was a Scott Hall WCW T-shirt. I don't know if any of you guys noticed that.
I didn't catch that.
That was too sweet. I had to rewind and take a look at it. But and I'm loving Joe Hendry too with this group.
Yes.
It just you got Joe Hendry. He's comedic, but he's not Danhausen comedic. He's
Yeah.
he
It's a
gives
different
me
brand.
yes, he gives me the 1970s, 1980s wrestler look. And he's just a good wrestler, and he's funny and he's great. And I disagree with Corey; he can sing well, but
No, never listen to Corey Graves.
no. And but yeah, I thought it was all of this was great, and they even got Oba somehow thrown into it.
Dude, I thought that money case suitcase stuck to his chest too. I was there with you, man. I was like, how the fuck did they do that? Kevin, where are you at with this whole Danhausen, Joe Hendry, and everybody involved?
I love this for Dom and JD. I could actually do without Liv in it.
Really?
Not because she's doing a poor job. I don't think she's doing a poor job. I think she is adding to it. When you pair the comedy acts with the main event women's title scene, I do think it diminishes that ever so slightly in seriousness. So what it felt like in this as I was watching is that we were watching a story about Danhausen, Joe Hendry, and the Judgment Day, specifically Dom and JD. And then it was bit played by Io Sky and Liv Morgan. And like, yes, Liv is over. Yes, Liv is over. Yes, Io is over. And I think those are good people. But when you pair them specifically with Danhausen coming out in a buggy with Io Sky, it doesn't feel as serious now. It doesn't feel like we're going for a women's world title.
I can see what you're saying.
Feels like we're doing a side feud.
Yeah.
We really haven't. I have not felt, and this is different to Danhausen's part in this. I have not felt that Io and Liv have been treated with as much respect. Now, I'm relatively certain it's because Liv has been dealing with an injury, like I said earlier. But we still could have done better.
No, you're right. I mean,
We still could have done better.
who does Liv have behind her back in the female world?
I
Raquel?
And
I also think
Roxanne.
Liv is
Yeah.
strongest as a mic work.
That's what I was getting at. Like,
Yeah.
why do we not have her out there talking shit with those women helping her back it up against Io?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know.
We've had it
see
for
it.
a few times. The problem lies, I think, in Liv's injury, which is why this is happening. They're dealing with a stacked deck against them, assuming that there is an injury that she's healing from, which I don't have full knowledge of that. If you're dealing with a stacked deck against you, you can't keep doing promo segments every fucking week. Because if you keep doing promo segments every fucking week, at some point we're just like, all right, but when are you going to punch each other?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we've had some interactions here or there, but we haven't had that many. And I don't know. The inclusion with this, to me, at least for Liv and Io, I think was unnecessary. The rest of it was genius. I loved it. I love Joe Hendry and Danhausen together. I agree that they're different. They're different brands of comedy, and because of that, they work well together. And Judgment Day, say what you will about Dom being, needing to be elevated to higher status or whatever the fuck. Dom's a shit heel. He can be involved with these kind of like jokey shit and get away scot-free because he's a shit heel. JD is also a shit heel. So because of that,
Yeah.
to define shit heel, I mean like shit cowardly heel, like he's a shit goblin. He's going to go out there and do, like, goblin shit, cheat all the time, and, like, fuck around.
Yeah.
He's not a dominant heel. He's not a Gunther where, like, Gunther cheats, yes, but he doesn't go out there and claim he cheats.
Yeah. And I think Dom makes JD feel like a better heel too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%. Those two together are super
money.
heels.
Yeah.
I worry for JD when this place breaks up. I think he's a great worker. Don't get me wrong. I worry where he goes from here, though, and I think we're trying to flesh out some JD before that happens, which is good. I think that's smart.
Yeah.
And I think he has phenomenal comedic timing. So at worst, I think he will end up with a job on a lower card against some of these comedy heels, probably for another 2 to 3 years, even if Judgment Day isn't around. And I'm in full support of that, unless he wants to go out and do serious wrestling bits, which I think he's still capable of too. But
I do too.
This segment itself, I think, worked. This was the overarching segment of the show.
Yeah. This storyline definitely. It was a close first seat for paying attention this week. And it was, I hate you for a moment, Kevin, because you took the brilliance of what I was watching and you made it actually real, and I had to sit and think about it, and you're 100% right. Adding Io and Liv to that kind of diminishes it. But I have to think they were like, if it is an injury Liv's dealing with, they're just sitting around thinking, how do we keep Liv there for this match? How do we keep her in the limelight? Things like that. Okay, Judgment Day has this story floating around with Danhausen. We can add her in there. Then Danhausen has to bring EO, all those things. So, but I agree with you.
Process.
Yeah,
and I don't
agree
disagree with
you.
that thought process. It's just what are you willing to risk to do that to get them TV time?
Exactly.
Another thing that I think they could have done, and I didn't notice this until Annie, who I was watching Raw with, pointed this out. There were no women's matches on this card. Not a single one.
I saw that someone posted on Reddit. Yep.
And man, you know what would have been great? Io Sky going out there and beating somebody. Give her fucking Ivy Nile for 5 minutes. Who cares? Which, by the way, boys, I still have that sticky note. Do you know the date?
I'm pretty sure we're past it, but
we aren't.
No,
July
we're not.
29th.
29th. There we go.
Bruzy, and for the audience who may have forgotten, I do not forget. Last year, we wrote on a sticky note, and I don't remember what you wagered, but Voice said that Ivy Nile would be out of a job by July 29th, 2027.
Yeah.
And we are creeping up, brother. You still have time? There's still time?
We are creeping up. And I just love how this fan's probably going to win on a technicality because, well, she does still have a job, but, oh, wow. Usually if I have a job, you got to clock in and do some shit.
She's on main event.
Oh, well, let me stop.
Stop the clock.
Hey, news guys, she made Saturday night main event.
No, she made Thursday night main event.
Even worse.
Even worse, guys. But
if it's any consolation, I've never heard of her.
No, it's not a consolation because you saying that
Makes
and
it
me
worse.
still having to fucking live up to this bet because of bullshit.
Because I was listening was the problem.
Yeah, that's the problem. See, that's what happens when you want greatness on your show with Kevin. You also have to understand it comes with a little bit of chaos, and that's in his name. And fans, we are at the time where we're putting a pin in all these discussions. Boom, 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 boom. And we're going to let you know where you can find us. So, Bruzy, the newest chap on the old table, why don't you let us know where they can find you?
G'day, mate. You can find me over at, I'm on Twitch at twitch.tv/Bruzy. I also have a side channel called The Retro Recluse. You can find me on Twitch and TikTok. And I've also got actually a printing service called Piedmont Industrial Print. You can find me on Facebook, or you can go to the website piedmontindustrialprint.com. We'll do custom quotes, any kind of printing you need, merchandise, whatever you want. We got you.
Beautiful. Yeah,
When I
go
say
check
we,
out.
I mean me.
Yeah, go check out what Brucey's doing. Help him live a dream. I don't know what dream you're going to help
the
him
American
live,
Dream, baby.
American Dweeb.
but all right. So, Kevin Kalloway, tell them where they can find you.
You can always follow me at Kevin Kalloway on Facebook, Kalloway Kevin on Instagram. You can also catch me at www.inyourhouse.com as I write a blog every Friday. This week will be about counter-producing and counter-scheduling between major wrestling companies and anything else. In the digital age, highs and lows of it, does it still work? My thoughts on that. You can also follow me at www.twitch.tv/Kevin Kalloway Pro. I actually have a stream in
40 minutes.
40 minutes. I'll be playing Silk Song with a buddy on stream with me, guiding me, probably talking some shit, me yelling at him back, all the fun you could possibly have. And I'm a whiskey deep, so let's see how that goes. And also, I will be with our con man, the Concept House, on Friday for Roguelike Friday. We will be playing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Splintered Fate. And boy, I'm excited to see him die a lot and me carry the team.
I've never heard of that.
It's really good. It's a 4-player, like top-down roguelike.
Is that like the? It looks like an isometric, like
Yeah.
Diablo type.
Yes. Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
I think I've seen that. It looks good.
It's super good. I own it on
Alright.
3 systems.
Nice.
That's how good it is.
Really fucking good though.
All right, fans. So go check out everything that my friends are doing because they're doing fantastic work. And always check in at the In Your House website. inyourhouse.com. Go check us out, see what we're doing. Go check out Kevin's blogs because those are some pretty entertaining things. I don't know what he's going to do with this next one because there's no promotions that do any of what he's talking about these days.
Not at all. No. Couldn't
Oh,
be.
that's crazy. But fans, if you like what you've seen here and you want to join me, Bruzy, and Kevin, why don't you stop in next Tuesday where we do it again at 6:15? That's where we talk Monday Night Raw and we give you one subject each and you get to listen to us talk about it. That's the fun about the show. You can chat too if you want. You don't have to, but we like it if you do. Come check us out. 6:15 every Tuesday night. Do you like WCW? We've talked enough about it in this episode. I'm pretty sure we might even get hit by WWE. Being like, what the fuck are you talking about them so much? But we got to watch along. That's where me and House, we sit around and we watch. That's it, WCW. We go back in time and we check out everything that we loved about a promotion that is no longer with us, but still, deep down in our hearts, we still love them. The old Ted Turner son of a bitch. We love you. You were out there doing all the great things, and you can enjoy what me and House enjoyed when we were younger, bringing it back to you, the WCW Watch Along. That is at 6 on a Wednesday. Do you like AEW? Do you like convoluted fucking storylines and, just why is this guy here? Well, you can join us, me, House, and OG Tony for the AEW Dynamite Recap Show on a Thursday. It's at 6 p.m. It's a fun time. It's a great time. It's an OG Tony time, House, and voice time. So come join us. It's a fun time. I can't stress that enough because the show is really a lot of fun to do, especially with an old head like OG Tony. Like, the dude just knows knowledge. He drops NWA knowledge on us all the time. And it's like, dude, I've never even heard of that guy. But, he gets me to be a fan of him. So come check us out. Thursdays, 6 p.m., where we talk AEW Dynamite. Fans, thank you again for joining us. If you want to get in contact, if you want to do anything with In Your House, we have a place where you can hit us up. You can drop us an email. It's at our website, inyourhouse.com. Go check it out. Go see what we're dropping. Go see what we're looking into. And you never know. You might see Bruzy's right up there. And that'll be nice. And he'll have all his links. And then, he'll realize that he sold his soul to IYH. Interesting. That's deep in the contract. But, for Bruzy, for Kevin Kalloway, the Chaos Goblin, and for me, the voice, we will see you next time. And thank you for joining us. Bye.
Later.